You can look at averages is going to look at how you work out averages, not from a list like last time, but from a frequency table. The table you can see here is a grouped frequency table. It's a table, clearly. It has the frequencies, clearly. These are groups. They may also get called intervals or classes, so you need to understand those words. Okay, there's going to be either intervals, classes, or groups. And those words all refer to these pieces of groups here. All right, so that's our first thing. We'll do the three things we're asked to do here. We're going to work out the mean, we're going to look at the mode, or that refers here to the modal class, and we're also going to find where the median is. The easiest one to start with is this one here, looking at the modal class. This is simply, as with the mode, the thing that occurs the most. So we look down the frequency column, we're looking for the thing that has the highest frequency, here. 23 is the highest frequency, and a common mistake in the GCSE exam is to write down 23. 23 is not the mode. The thing that happens the most is this thing here. This has the highest frequency. So our answer to the question, what is the modal class, is this. 6 less than t less than or equal to 12. You merely copy it from the table exactly as it appears, the thing that has the highest frequency. You'll get 1 mark for that in a GCSE exam. The next thing we're looking for is where the median is. Now, if you remember from the previous lesson on averages, the median is the middle. The middle is found by using the n plus 1 over 2 formula. You're looking for n plus 1 over 2th value. And in order to find that from the table, we need to figure out where the middle is. The middle is not always this, just because there are 5 groups and it's the middle of the 5. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes it accidentally gives the same answer. What we need to look at here is the idea of cumulative frequency. So if you think about cumulative frequency, there are 15 people from 0 to 6. 6 to 12, there are 23 people, which means all the way from 0 to 12, you have got 38 people. All the way from 0, all the way to 18, you have another 22 on top of that, 60. All the way from 0, all the way through to 24, you include this 12 as well, this is 72. And all the way from 0, all the way through to 30, including this 8 here, gives you 80. And that's your cumulative frequency. We'll see this in our next lesson when we look at cumulative frequency graphs. So, how do we use that to find the middle? Well, there are 80 pieces of information in that table contained in those rows. So the n is 80. So we're doing 80 plus 1 over 2, which is 40.5. So we're looking, where is the 40th and the 41st value in this table? Look across here, there's 15 in the first group. By the time you get to the end of the second group, you've got to the 38th value. Into the next group, you've got all the values up to the 60th. So we're looking for the 40th and the 41st, and they sit within this group, past the 38th, but before the 60th. So this is where our median lies. It is 12 to 18 that is the class or the group or the interval that contains the median. It's somewhere between 12 and 18. And that's the sort of question you get asked a lot at GCSE. Where is the median? Not what is, but where is the median? Our final skill, the big one, the one that is very often worth 3 marks, is how we find an estimate for the mean. Now the word estimate's important. It's an estimate because we do not know these 15 values here anything other than they're between 0 and 6. We don't know if they're all 0, they're all 1, there's some 1s and 2s. We don't know anything about them apart from they are somewhere between 0 and 6. So we're going to have to accept that from the table It will be an estimate that we come up with. And there's a lovely, simple technique to do this. Firstly, if we were looking at these values between 0 and 6, but we don't know where they are, the best thing we could possibly do is assume that they're in the middle. So we take something called the midpoint. The middle from 0 to 6 is 3. The middle of the group 6 to 12 is 9. The middle of the group 12 to 18 is 15. The middle of the group 18 to 24 is 21. The middle of the group 24 to 30 is 27. And if you're unsure how to find the middle so easily, then you would simply take the numbers at each end, 24 plus 30, add them and half them. That's how you find the middle of any two numbers. So if you're unsure how to find the midpoint, you add together the lower and the higher value and half them. That tells you the middle. So now we have our midpoints. The technique we use here to work out the mean or to estimate the mean is we use our midpoint of 3 and say it occurs 15 times. This means that there were 15 repairs that took 3 minutes each. So we're looking at the total time. 15 repairs, 3 minutes each. If you multiply the midpoint by the frequency, you get 45. 45 minutes of repairs. For this one, we have 23 repairs in this interval. We've taken the middle value of 9, so 23 repairs taking 9 minutes each. 23 times 9 gives us 207. Here we have 22 repairs taking 15 minutes each. That's going to be 330 minutes worth of repairs. Here we have 12 lots of 21. So that's going to be 210 plus 42, 252. And then we have 8 lots of 27, which is going to be 160 plus 56, 217, 216? 216, thank you, Amari. Obviously, with a calculator, we'd do the calculations on there because we could make mistakes, and obviously we will add them up with the calculator as well to make sure we don't make any mistakes. So we have 45 plus 207 plus 330 plus 252 plus 216, and we go back to delete the mistake, which was to put 330. There you go. We add them up. It adds up to 1050. So in terms of the mean, the total divided by how many, this is our big total. In terms of how many, that's our total frequency. So we need to total up the frequency column. Again, we can use a calculator to be careful. 15 plus 23 plus 22 plus 12 plus 8. Of course I should know it's 80. It says 80 in the question, and my cumulative frequency from earlier was 80. But we check it anyway. We've got 80. Now to work out the mean, remember it is the total divided by how many. That's our kind of primary school version of that, which helps us a lot. In this level of question, the total is this 1050, which is the total of the MF column. And we divide it by the total of the frequency column. And this is the sort of thing you see in textbooks and revision guides. Sigma MF over sigma F. But remember, it is the total divided by how many. This final column, 1050, divided by the total frequency, which is 80. And of course, we'll use a calculator. 1050 divided by 80. And we get the answer 13.125. That is our estimate for the mean. And that is how we work things out. So you've seen how to use the table to identify the modal class or the modal interval or the modal group. You've seen how to find the median by using n+1/2 to find the position of the middle value, and how to use the cumulative frequency to locate that middle value. And finally, you've seen a technique that allows you to estimate the mean. Those questions are very, very common on higher GCSE papers. Very common indeed, and could be worth 5 or 6 marks in total. It could be a quarter of your grade 4 in one single question.